London Bridge Walk and kidney failure symptoms. 13th July saw Mum, Tom and myself attend the London Bridge Walk for Kidney Research UK. The kidneys are designed to filter waste and toxins from your body. When they start to fail, this job isn't done properly and you start to feel the build-up as a dull ache and or itch. Standing still for too long can set my legs off. Walking a lot without much sitting down can set my legs off. I tend not to realise they're in a dodgy state until I stop moving completely, as the walking can actually act as a form of morphine, stretching the legs so I don't feel the ache. Now, I like to walk. During the tube strikes several years back, Tom and I would travel to Paddington, then walk all the way to Euston. We did this for a week, passing parks and in the sunshine. It was great, till the last day decided to throw plumes of pollen in my face and my eyes suffered. But this walk pushed my limits, and I was really feeling it by the end. I was originally going to be part of the cheering team. Why did I swap? Well, given the fact that I've recently been suffering from depression, I wanted to, 1, feel like I was actively doing something to make a difference, 2, support Mum, who was raising the money, 3, get some exercise. It was totally worth it, raising over £650 for Kidney Research UK. Again, I cannot state enough thank yous for those of you who contributed. There were over 1,000 people doing the route shown on the written blog. I think we were over the third bridge when it started to really rain. That's when we saw people with ponchos and wondered how we'd missed those. That and the crush of the London Eye crowd were the two things I didn't enjoy very much. I'm not a huge crowd person, unless it's all for the same thing, e.g. like before we started the walk. So I was left feeling a little uncomfortable during that. Oh yeah, and the clown. I don't like clowns, and this one squeaked. Fortunately, he wasn't too close to us, but the walk became quicker when I saw him. I really don't like clowns, and this one didn't look too friendly. However, the walk itself was extremely rewarding, and just as Mum and I were starting to lose it, we saw the end. There are photos available on the written blog of our experience. On the photos, the middle one of the compilation marked when it started to pelt it down and we had to take shelter. Tom was with us for the first hour, then had to head back home as there were duties calling him and we hadn't realised how long this would take. But I love him for having come along in the first place to show his support. The two photos in the same collection, in the bottom corners, as we started to approach the finish line, I kept thinking, if I stop, I'll never start again. And here, Mum, bless her, told me to turn around and stand so she could take a photo. That look on my face is the amused despair, as I wanted to take a photo, but also really wanted to get to the end. We got medals for our effort, and then I fell onto the grass and refused to move. After a few moments, Mum convinced me to stand up and have the photo taken. Getting home was a breeze, and I met Tom at the station. As I got in the car, I gave him a blank stare, which I think spoke volumes of how I'd forgotten to brain. I plonked on the sofa, then had to fight the compulsive need to get up and keep walking. My legs and brain were so wired from the walk, I had to exert effort to stop myself from getting up so I could rest. I woke up half an hour later with no recollection of having fallen asleep in the first place. The next day, I couldn't feel my legs. When I could, it was really unpleasant. But again, totally worth it, and now I want to do more. Some medical facts. Now, in the light of my having done the walk, I did some quick research into kidney failure and came across the following facts, which may help yourselves understand the symptoms better. Bear in mind, kidney failure is known as the silent killer because you generally don't get really obvious symptoms until it's too late. The symptoms creep up on you so slowly, it's easy to mistake them for just being part of who you are. The only reason I was caught in time-ish, pre-dialysis, was because I kept describing my day to my friends, and in the end they emotionally blackmailed me into going to see the doctor with "that's not normal." Note, these are the different symptoms, not their order, because I don't have swelling or rash yet. Also, some of these are a tad graphic, depending on what you classify as too much information. Symptom 1. Changes in urination. Kidneys make urine, so when the kidneys start to fail, urine may change. You may have to get up in the night to urinate. It may be foamy or bubbly. You may have to urinate more or less often. It may contain blood. You may have difficulty urinating. Now, the last one hit home for me. Before I started taking blood pressure medication, I actually had physical difficulty in passing urine. To me, the bladder is like a water balloon. When it's full of liquid, you squeeze it and liquid comes out with no difficulty. I was actually having to create pressure to get decent results. When I started taking medication, the difference was actually shocking. And I thought the foam was just from my having applied pressure. Nope. Also, urine should be as clear as possible. It's basically just a liquid passing through you, coming out the other end. If you get a small sample and look at it in the light, if it's got bits in it, that's protein and shouldn't be there. Symptom 2. Swelling. Failing kidneys don't remove the extra fluid they need to, so these build up in the body and cause swelling in legs, ankles, feet and/or hands. Symptom 3. Fatigue. Healthy kidneys make a hormone called, now I struggle to pronunciate this word, so please have a look at my blog for the actual spelling of this word, because I'm not even going to try this. It tells your body to make oxygen carrying red blood cells. As they fail, they make less of this. This is anemia and means your muscles and brain become tired very quickly. This now means that stairs and steady slopes are a challenge. I'm currently on EPO injections, EPO, to combat my anemia. A while back, something went haywire with my order and I wasn't able to take them for 2 weeks, which meant I had an unintentional detox of the medication and cleared it from my system. Oh, I felt abysmal after the first week and a half, and it made me really appreciate the EPO after that. Symptom 4. Skin rash and itching. Kidneys remove waste from the bloodstream. When they fail, the waste builds up and can cause severe itching. This is another symptom I don't think I have. I itch, yes, but I don't know what's normal to others. Oddly enough, as I actually write this bit of the blog and read it, I do feel itchy. Go on, watch this whilst trying not to scratch yourself, I dare you. What I do notice is there are times I struggle to get comfortable. If a person's sat next to me and they notice me move a lot or generally fidget, it's because I'm horribly aware of my skin and trying to get comfortable. It's almost as if I can feel the hair on my skin being misdirected. Symptom 5. Metallic taste in mouth or ammonia breath. A buildup of waste in the blood, called uremia, can make food taste different and cause bad breath. You also notice eat meat less or lose weight, as you just don't feel like eating. I've still got a very good appetite, but it's literally just occurred to me that this symptom does in fact happen to me once in a while. I'll randomly get a very strange taste in my mouth that is more noticeable when I exhale through my nose, like an aftertaste. Once in a while, I'll also get bad breath, normally associated to feeling fluish or unwell, or even a stomach bug, despite feeling fine. It's why I take extra good care of my teeth and carry gum around. My way of combating bad breath. Symptom 6. Nausea and vomiting. A severe buildup of waste in the blood, uremia, can also cause nausea and vomiting. Loss of appetite can lead to weight loss, etc. This hits worse once a month. 2 weeks or so beforehand, when everything starts prepping, it's like my body conspires against me. Like normal, but with more elements thrown in, as everything else wants to join in. I feel nauseous and uncomfortably sensitive, like my skin is more alive than before. Symptom 7. Shortness of breath. Trouble catching your breath can be related to the kidneys in 2 ways. First, extra fluid in the body can build up in the lungs. Second, anemia can leave your body oxygen-starved and short of breath. A couple of years back, I used to be able to run for the bus or around a field during a game with no difficulty. Now, not so much. It's extraordinary the difference a few years has made. Symptom 8. Feeling cold. Anemia can make you feel cold all the time, even in a warm room. Given I also have bad circulation and Reynolds, a massive loss of circulation in my fingertips which turns them blue, the kidney failure doesn't help. Symptom 9. Dizziness and trouble concentrating. Anemia related to kidney failure means that your brain is not getting enough oxygen. This can lead to memory problems and trouble with concentration and dizziness. Yep, and yep. Especially annoying when you're on stage. This is another reason I suffer anxiety. Forgetting means my level of organisation plummets and I can forget important things or get distracted at the worst moments. I then live in fear of upsetting people. I've had conversations with people where I'll ask them a question, then zone out before I finish the sentence, only to zone back in 2 seconds later, realising I haven't heard the response. That's why I use music. If I hear the music when the person's talking to me, I realise I've zoned out and tune back in quicker than without. It's here I'd like to add how much I appreciate the patience my friends have with me. Symptom 10, leg and flank pain. Some people with kidney problems have pain in the back or side related to the kidney. When I stand for long periods of time, my back threatens to go, which is why I sit on the floor if the opportunity arises, or sway. Side-to-side swaying can help the tension in my legs and give my back the illusion of movement. I occasionally find lying on the sofa with my legs up, in what others may classify an awkward position, helps. Sometimes it gets so bad, Tom has to massage the muscles around my thighs and calves. Hopefully these symptoms will actually help you understand what I'm going through, what others you know are going through, or what you yourself are going through. If you do actually encounter any of these symptoms, it's highly advisable to go to your GP, go to your doctor, go to whoever, just to get it checked. It's better to be safe than sorry. And if you're worried about the results, well, it's better to catch it than carry on in complete oblivion, isn't it? I got caught in time. Yeah, I'm going to have a transplant, but it could have gotten a lot worse for me. A lot worse. So catch it when you can.